Hello, welcome to Bored and Confused, where I review shows based on two criteria. One, was I bored? Two, was I confused? Today's show is Mamma Mia. Here we go again. Or here we still are, because Mamma Mia is back on Broadway at the Winter Garden Theater, the same theater it called home for 14 years. And this isn't a reimagining or a revival. This is the same touring production that's been traveling the country as part of the 25th anniversary tour, now making a stop back at the Winter Garden for a limited run through February 1st, 2026. The sets, lighting, costumes are all basically identical to what was there before. It's more of a homecoming and not a reinvention of any sort. So, when I sat down in the audience, I had a very strong feeling of deja vu. Same show, same staging, new cast. So let's talk about it. As I just said, I review things based on whether I was bored or whether I was confused. And with Mamma Mia, that second question always looms a bit larger because we're dealing with the jukebox musical, the kind where the songs were never written for the story. Now, in my mind, there are two kinds of jukebox musicals. There's the VH1 behind the music type show like Jersey Boys, MJ, Beautiful, Ain't Too Proud, The Cher Show, where we follow the story of the artist or the band and hear their songs in the context of their lives. In those cases, the music usually fits more natural. Like, I wrote this song after this happened, then I recorded this one, and this song is the one that made me famous, etc. Then there's the other kind where a completely unrelated story is constructed and the artist's catalog is shoehorned to fit. Think Jagged Little Pill, All Shook Up, Head Over Heels, and of course, Mamma Mia, the one that really kicked off this trend. Now, these narrative jukebox musicals are almost always going to lead to confusion because the lyrics weren't written with the story in mind. You'll get a few lines that match the situation, but then it veers off into other territory and something just makes no sense for the characters. The first full song we hear in Mamma Mia is Honey Honey, and it kind of works. Sophie, the daughter, is reading from her mom's diary about these three men who could possibly be her father. It's vague enough to pass, even though I'm wondering why she begins all of her diary entries with Honey Honey. Who's Honey Honey? Is that the name of her diary? But the moment that really sets the tone for how this show is going to go is when Donna sings Money, 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 right after Honey Honey. I guess just coincidence that they rhyme. We've just learned Donna doesn't want a man. She doesn't need a man. She's independent. She's fixing up a boat to turn it into a casino and she'll make her money that way. Great. Then she launches into a song that starts with, I work all night, I work all day to pay the bills I have to pay. Ain't it sad? That works. But then in the next verse, she says, in my dreams I have a plan if I got me a wealthy man. Wait, what? Didn't you just tell us the exact opposite? Your plan is to make this boat into a casino and be successful. Your goal isn't to find a man. You said that's exactly what you don't want. And then on top of that, this song is in a minor key, which gives the whole thing this cynical vibe, which is totally at odds with what we're being told this character wants. So already we know we're not supposed to take the lyrics seriously. We're not supposed to pay attention to how the music makes us feel. The message to the audience is basically, don't listen too hard, just enjoy the songs. And to be fair, most audiences do that. They accept that this is a musical where ABBA songs are dropped into moments whether they fit or not. And just go with it. That being said, I actually think the book writing in Mamma Mia is really smart. It's hokey, it's silly, but it's structurally pretty tight. You've got 20 plus songs that aren't going to help you move the plot forward. So the scenes in between have to carry the whole show. And I think they do. The pacing is fast, the jokes keep coming, and the basic setup that Sophie is inviting three possible dads to her wedding without telling her mom is a great comedic engine, and the resolution is more nuanced than I expected. It doesn't just pair everyone off in the obvious ways. And this touring cast that is now on Broadway is pretty great. They've been doing the show for months, so they've already figured out their performances, and the energy is high and the chemistry is locked in. And a lot of the ensemble is making their Broadway debuts, and they are so excited to be there. And that joy comes through in every number. It's A real contrast to some long-running shows where you can feel the cast kind of going through the motions. All of the adult leads are strong, especially vocally. Everyone sounds great. There's no Pierce Brosnan moments here. That's a reference to the movie, which I haven't seen, but I've heard. And I want to give a special shout out to Jalynn Steele, who plays Tanya. She made me laugh out loud several times with some sharp physical comedy. And I don't think she's trying to steal the spotlight, but she kind of does. And if I had to nitpick, I still find some of the characters a bit caricatured. They're a little cartoonish. And these actors are doing what they can to bring truth to these roles. But the lyrics they're asked to sing don't always help them. For example, "The Winner Takes It All" is powerful, but I'm not quite sure what Donna's thinking in that moment. Who's the winner? What's being taken? As for the design of the set, it is lovely. The set is deceptively simple, just a couple rotating white and blue Greek walls, but they work perfectly. The transitions are fast and the staging keeps things focused right where they should be. The lighting and the costumes are bright and fun. Everything's streamlined, and it needs to be. The one complaint I have, and this is always true for Mamma Mia, is the volume. It's so over-amplified. I brought earplugs because I knew, and I wore them for the entire show and still caught every line of dialogue. And the mega mix at the end especially is brutal if you're sensitive to loud sounds. Now, I know I sound like an old man, but it's just too loud. We don't need to be assaulted to enjoy a finale. But other than that, this production delivers exactly what you'd expect. It's fun, silly, fast-moving, full of catchy songs. If you already know you like Mamma Mia, this is a great time to see it again, especially if you've never seen it live. It's the same show back on Broadway, and the cast is thrilled to be there. And honestly, given the challenge of building a narrative musical from ABBA's catalog, Mamma Mia might be the best you could hope for. It's really impressive how well it holds together. Also, this is just ironic, but ABBA actually did write an original musical for Broadway called Chess, and it had a narrative, and the song served the story, and it flopped. Maybe if they'd gotten the book writers from Mamma Mia to work on Chess, they would have had a hit on their hands. But, surprise, surprise, Chess is returning to Broadway this fall with a new book by Danny Strong. I wonder if they even thought to ask Katherine Johnson, the book writer of Mamma Mia. If you're curious or just want a joyful night out, there are $45 rush tickets available when the box office opens. Now, I was able to call in a favor for this one, so I didn't get a rush ticket. I don't know what the line is like. But if anyone has been walking past the Winter Garden around 10 a.m. or 12 noon on Sunday and scoped it out, please let us know in the comments if there was much of a line. My seat was in the back of the mezzanine, and I was perfectly happy with it. All of the show is staged downstage, front and center, and all the seats, I think, have a good view of the show. And despite the Winter Garden being a very wide theater, I think everything is a good seat. So if you like Mamma Mia, go see Mamma Mia. It's back, it's loud, it's fun, and it's not trying to be anything other than exactly what it is.